Welcome to the Rustic Garden. Today I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to show you how to make a clone of a tomato plant. I'm going to show you how to prune this to a single stem. I'm going to talk to you about how you could let it become a double stem. And then I'm going to show you how you can terminate a stem but keep a flower cluster. Why do you do this? This is an indeterminate tomato and it's going to grow all season long. And if you let it grow on its own and you don't remove some of the suckers, which I'll show you what they are, and take care of it, it's just going to get quite massive. It's hard to manage, and it's more susceptible to diseases. And you still end up getting a lot of tomatoes when you prune it down. First thing that I want to show you real quick is actually just staking it. This is a stake that I just put in. I use a cage too for the beginning to hold the tomato in place. And then you just tie it to the stake. Keep it loose. One of the mistakes people make when they first start is they tie it really tight to the stake, and that doesn't give it any room for the stem to develop. And that's all you do, and you would just do that all the way up the stake as the tomato develops. The second thing you need to do is learn what a tomato sucker is. So this is my Todd County Amish. This is the main stem. It starts where the roots are, the stem comes straight up, you come to a leaf, stem continues, and right in the V, or in the 90-degree angle almost, a new leaf starts. It's actually a full production stem. This is going to be a sucker. And when it gets bigger, it looks like this. And out of this joint, this sucker will develop leaves and then flower clusters, and it will take off on its own and go in, a different direction. You want to remove this. So I just use a knife just like this, cut right into the joint, remove the sucker. Now if you want to make a clone, this is a tomato that's going to do this. It's going to root, it's going to grow leaves, and it's usually 2 sets of leaves and then a flower cluster. And this is where your tomatoes are going to form, and then it repeats the process all the way up. This sucker would do the same exact thing. It would grow, usually gets 2 sets of leaves and then a flower cluster. Because, and I call this a production stem, because this is a full clone of this tomato, drop it into water, bring it inside, keep it by a windowsill, and this will completely root. And once it gets a nice mass of roots, you can put it into the ground and you have a clone of this tomato. And you might want to do this to just have a backup plant in case, a backup plan or a backup plant in case something happens to this. Now you can see that I've taken away the bottom leaves here. That's to create a splash barrier. I also mulch to keep disease from splashing up onto the leaves. This plant's really ready to have this leaf removed, and as it gets taller I'll remove some of these, but you want a nice gap between the ground and these leaves. Now as you go up here, you see the tomato has split. This is now 2 stems. This is a flower cluster, a leaf, and then right in here some more flowers. And then as you go up here, hopefully it's in camera, this splits and it's a leaf, and another flower cluster. You can leave that. You can have as many stems as you want. What I'm going to do is keep both of these. Let's see if I can do it yet. Alright, so this is a single stem that splits to 2 stems, and it's not quite big enough yet. What I would do is, as this plant, let me bring it down here, as this plant grew out, I would just cut it. It would leave the flowers, it would stop the future production of the stem, and I will get this cluster of flowers, and then I will just let this one keep growing and actually put that one on the stake. I hope that makes sense. I'll give you a better example in another video of double stem pruning. But this will be my main stem going up here. This one I'm going to just leave, let the flowers develop, and then terminate the stem up here so that it doesn't grow anymore. And right in here is a tiny sucker. Remove that. And that's how you can prune your indeterminate tomato to a single stem, splits to a double stem. This will get terminated. but you would just continue the stem straight up the stake, and it's a nice easy way to manage a tomato plant. I can get in here and spray under the leaves. I can look for diseases pretty easily. I don't end up with a mass of suckers that are all over the place falling on the ground. That's okay too if you want to do that. Just wanted to show you how to do this. And don't forget, you can make tomato clones real easily. In about 7 days this will have rooted out and it's going to start looking like it's ready to go into the ground. Hope you enjoyed my video. Please check out the blog, my blog at www.therusticgarden.blogspot.com, and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.